multi-billion-dollar industry in this country today for people to get their nails done. Am I saying don't get your nails done? No. Am I saying don't get a newer, nicer car? No. Am I saying don't have a cell phone? No. I'm saying don't go into debt for any of those things. Don't go into debt for any of those things. Either you don't need them, or you can get them for cheaper, but you don't want to use that credit card or anything to go into debt for things that you don't need. That's the message. And you can only do that, in my opinion, if you have a budget and you really focus on your spending and make choices about it. Now, if you don't make choices about it, if you don't have a budget, not that math problem, but if you don't track your spending and be aware of it, you'll end up like our friend here. He's my favorite.
I'm Stanley Johnson. I've got a great family. I've got a 4-bedroom house in a great community. Like my car? It's new. I even belong to the local golf club. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. I can barely pay my finance charges. Need a smart way to handle your debt? At LendingTree.com, you can lower your monthly payments by using equity in your home with either a home equity loan or by refinancing your mortgage. Call 1-800-555-TREE now. Somebody help me. Come to LendingTree.com, where you can have banks compete over you regardless of your credit history, and you choose the loan that's right for you. When banks compete, you win at LendingTree.com.
Okay, Stanley, he's my favorite. He doesn't need LendingTree. You know what he needs? He needs somebody to come up behind him and smack him in the back of the head, because Stanley's an idiot. That's the truth. Okay? I tell people the last thing I would ever want for you is to be up to your eyeballs in debt and pleading with somebody to help you because your finances are so out of control. But Stanley could never have had a budget, let's face it, right? Because if he had a budget, he would have known that he couldn't afford to belong to that country club, and he never would have joined it. Does anybody, raise your hand if you think Stanley really needs that riding lawnmower. He has a postage stamp lawn. He could cut it with a scissors, for Pete's sake. But he's got all the toys that everybody in his neighborhood probably has. You think he needs that new car and that house and everything? No. He's really not about needs. He's just about wants, wishes, luxuries, and conveniences. Now, it's really important that you understand this. This is not just about some rich dude out in Mendon. I see Stanley in my court every single day. And Stanley comes from the inner city, comes from Greece, comes from Henrietta, comes from Fairport, comes from Mendon, comes from every place. Because what we see every day is Americans spending money on stuff they can't afford and not looking at a budget and being out of control and being hopelessly in debt. They may spend their money differently on things they equally can't afford in the city or in Henrietta or in Fairport, but they're spending money and going into debt because they're doing things or buying things they can't afford, just like Stanley. So I don't want you to leave here tonight thinking that this is somehow about some rich dude in Mendon or Brighton. It's not. It's about everybody. And it can be about you if you don't learn about personal finances and you don't take control of them and make good choices and stay out of debt. It's all about staying out of debt. Those are the